Gary is Missing by Will Hatchett and Tim Sanders. Part 1. You see that bird? His name is Barry. He has a brother. He's called Gary. These sparrows were not country bred. They grew up in the town instead. Gary loved their neighbourhood, so he stayed there. It's in his blood. He's cosy in his little square. He has friends. He's happy there. There's lots of trees and a canal, a warehouse and a church as well. But bear with me, because this is weird. The problem is, he's disappeared. When Barry called on Saturday, he'd found that Gary had gone away. Someone must know, feathered or furred, what's happened to the missing bird. He's not at home, so where is he? Can you help solve the mystery? There are rats in the warehouse. One called Sydney is a louse. A tabby cat lives on a boat. Did he grab Gary by the throat? Or should we seek a bird of prey, one who hunts nocturnally? Could a pike have nobbled him when he was going for a swim? The local crow's a wicked dude. Perhaps he poisoned Gary's food. It seems we might not have to guess, because there are some witnesses. I've heard there is a dragonfly called Donny, who is rarely shy. A mouse called Twizzle, if it's true, is living in the warehouse too. And Gary knows an old lady who feeds the birds, a Mrs. Gray. Every story starts somewhere. This one begins in Victor Square. The moon shines down on the canal, reflected in its inky swell. But it is far from dark, you see, for, glowing like a Christmas tree, the warehouse is a vivid sight, a shining beacon in the night. Once where watchmen did their rounds, now there are peculiar sounds. Music with a heavy bass is almost shaking down the place. Dum, dum, dum. Shadowed in a lunar glow sits the hero of this show. His fellow rats, brown, black and grey, are celebrating his birthday. Only dodgy rats are here, and Slippery Sid rules them with fear. This grain store is his royal court. Looking down, he has a thought. The rodent licks his greasy lips. I am truly blessed, he quips. This birthday cake is 6 weeks old. It's covered with a furry mould. Kept awake by all the din of the noisy partying. Did Gary fly across the square and argue with the rodents there? What happened on that fateful night? Did he and Gary, Sid, have a fight? Unseen by most, another pest. A tiny creature is a guest. Also in the old warehouse, you might just glimpse a small, actually it's not that small, is it? Brown mouse. Now we move to the morning. It's daybreak and the birdies sing. Dappled light like mercury makes the night a memory. Dreadlock Pete was up at dawn, now he gives a tired yawn. His little kingdom is afloat, for he lives on a narrow boat. He loves the Lady Jane, and she gives him a life of liberty. A lucky man, he spends his days cruising on the waterways. The canal is a lovely spot, especially now. It's hot, but happily a cooling breeze is blown softly through the trees. The deck and cabin down below, Pete shares with his cat. What's his cat called, Johnny? Yes, that's right, Gatso. Come on, Gats, please leave my birds, says Pete. The cat ignores his words. He's yearning for some feathered food. A nice blue tit would suit his mood. A plump wood pigeon or a crow. A goldfinch or a house sparrow. End of part 1.